Hi, my sweet friends. Namaste. Anya Light here. I have a question for you. Do you enjoy your food to the maximum amount? Now, most of you are probably saying, yeah, of course. Duh. Food is great. I love eating. However, we can be distracted in our eating. We can sometimes eat while on the go, in the car, while watching TV, watching movies, talking to people, standing up, moving around, doing stuff. And maybe the joy we get from eating is mostly from the thought before we eat it, like, ooh, I'm going to eat this thing. And that gives us a little buzz, a little rush of pleasure. But how many of us actually fully immerse ourselves in the act of eating and the full reception of pleasure that eating can bring? Now, as a little side note, if we're eating junky food, it's probably hard to receive maximum pleasure, because if we actually stop to taste what we're eating and feel its effects on our bodies, it's probably not going to be that pleasurable. However, if we are dedicated to eating healthier and improving our life by better food choices, I have a tip for you. This is something I love to do and practice daily at every single meal, and it's two things. One is, it's so simple. Just close your eyes while you're eating. If you close your eyes, you are blocking off stimulation through the eyes. The eyes are actually always eating as well. The eyes are always taking in sensory input, color, shapes, visuals, right? And that's actually, the brain is doing some processing work. But if you close the eyes and then you bring the focus to the taste, the textures in your mouth, the flavors, the feeling of chewing and swallowing, it becomes this beautiful meditation, and you really taste your food. And I guarantee you, if you do this, you will never feel tempted to overeat, because you're going to be so immersed in the pleasurable feelings of eating that by the time you get to the end of your plate, you're like, oh, I'm good, I'm satisfied, because you took that time to really feel and sense the act of eating. So closing your eyes while you eat. The second thing that I love to do is just in between bites, I put my utensil, my fork or my spoon down, and I place my hands in my lap. So that way I don't have the temptation to put more food in my mouth before I finish chewing the current bite. Have you ever noticed that you do that sometimes? You're shoveling it in and you don't fully swallow before you take in new food into your mouth. So this just slows down the eating process in a really, really beautiful way. I love doing this. And if you're like me and you sometimes eat with your hands, Indian style, then making sure to put your hand down on your lap in between each bite. Again, this just slows down the process of eating, brings more mindfulness, more peace, more serenity, and ultimately more enjoyment into the process of eating. So those are my 2 tips for you to really maximize the pleasure of food. We get to be human and eat food. So let's take some time to actually experience it fully, instead of just kind of rushing through it, or instead of just blurrily just shoving food in our mouth, right? Let's just fully enjoy it. All right, I love you. Talk to me in the comments below about your eating journey, and if you've ever tried what I'm suggesting. Have you ever eaten with your eyes closed or put your utensils down in between each bite? And if it's new to you and you try it, let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear. All right, thanks guys. Namaste. Be well, and I love you.